Welcome to Universe Unveiled, where the most hidden secrets of history come to life. Today, we're diving into a mystery that spans millennia: lost civilizations. These were people who built incredible cities, developed fascinating cultures, and then vanished without a trace. What happened to these societies? Were they destroyed by catastrophes, wars, or something more sinister? We'll travel across the world to uncover the secrets of 4 civilizations that time tried to erase. If you're ready for this journey into the past, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. Let's dive into the mysteries of the unknown. Our journey begins in Central America with one of the most advanced civilizations in history, the Maya. Between the 3rd and 9th centuries, the Maya built impressive cities like Tikal and Palenque, with pyramids that rival those of Egypt. They mastered astronomy, creating precise calendars that predicted eclipses centuries in advance, and developed a complex writing system. But around the year 900, something happened. The great Mayan cities were abandoned, and the civilization collapsed. What could have destroyed such a powerful empire? Archaeologists have found clues in the ruins. Many cities show signs of extreme drought, which may have destroyed crops and caused famine. Other evidence points to internal wars. Hieroglyphs describe violent conflicts between rival city-states. But there are more intriguing theories. Some believe the Maya may have suffered from a devastating epidemic, or that human sacrifice rituals, common in Mayan culture, spiraled out of control, leading to a revolt. There are even those who say the Maya received a warning from the gods or extraterrestrial beings to abandon their cities, as some local legends suggest. What's most striking is that the Maya didn't completely disappear. Their descendants still live in the region, preserving ancient traditions. But the great cities were never reoccupied, and the jungles swallowed what remained. Why did the Maya abandon their masterpieces? Did they know something we've yet to discover? The Mayan ruins continue to whisper secrets we may never fully understand. The collapse of the Maya leaves us with more questions than answers, but our next destination takes us to a place where the ocean itself hides the truth. We leave the jungles of Central America and dive into the depths of the ocean to explore one of history's greatest mysteries, Atlantis. This legendary city was first mentioned by the Greek philosopher Plato about 2,400 years ago. According to him, Atlantis was an advanced civilization with magnificent architecture and technology that surpassed its time. But around 12,000 years ago, it was destroyed by a cataclysm, a tsunami or earthquake, and swallowed by the sea in just one day and one night. Since then, Atlantis has become a myth, or is it real? For centuries, explorers and archaeologists have tried to find Atlantis. Plato said it was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which we now associate with the Strait of Gibraltar. Some believe Atlantis might be in the Mediterranean, near the island of Santorini, where a devastating volcanic eruption destroyed the Minoan civilization around 1600 BC. Others suggest locations in the Caribbean, like the underwater structures of Bimini, or even in Antarctica, where melting ice could reveal ancient ruins. What makes Atlantis so fascinating is the possibility that it's not just a myth. Plato described specific details, like concentric rings of land and water around the city, which match formations found in places like the Sea of Crete. Some theorists believe Atlantis was a global civilization with advanced knowledge that was lost in the catastrophe. There are even claims that survivors of Atlantis spread their wisdom across the world, influencing cultures like the Egyptians and the Maya. Could Atlantis be the origin of all civilizations? Despite all the theories, Atlantis remains lost. Is it hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered? Or is it just a story created by Plato to teach a lesson about greed and power? One thing is certain: the ocean holds secrets it may never reveal. Atlantis leaves us dreaming of a forgotten past, but our next destination takes us to a place where the desert whispers mysteries. We leave the ocean depths and travel to the Jordanian desert, where a lost civilization built one of the ancient world's wonders, Petra, the city of the Nabateans. Between the 4th century BC and the 2nd century AD, the Nabateans thrived as masters of trade, controlling spice and incense routes between Arabia and the Mediterranean. They carved an entire city into sandstone cliffs, with temples, tombs, and a system of canals that turned the desert into an oasis. But by the 4th century, Petra was abandoned, and the Nabateans vanished. What happened to this brilliant civilization? Petra is famous for its architecture, like the Treasury, a 40-meter-high facade carved directly into the rock. The Nabateans were genius engineers. They built cisterns and canals to capture rainwater, allowing thousands to survive in the desert. But archaeological evidence suggests the city suffered from devastating earthquakes, which may have destroyed parts of the water system and forced the inhabitants to flee. Additionally, the rise of the Roman Empire shifted trade routes, diminishing Petra's economic importance. But there are mysteries beyond practical explanations. Why did the Nabateans abandon Petra without leaving clear records of where they went? Some scholars believe internal conflicts or invasions may have contributed to the collapse. Others point to religious symbolism. The Nabateans worshipped gods like Dushara, and cultural shifts may have led to a diaspora. There are even those who say Petra holds undiscovered secrets, hidden tombs or treasures the Nabateans took with them. Rediscovered in the 19th century, Petra had remained hidden for over 1,000 years, known only to local tribes. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but its cliffs still seem to whisper stories of a people the desert swallowed. What did the Nabateans know that made them abandon their city of stone? Petra is a testament to the Nabateans' genius, but also to their mysterious end. Our next destination takes us to an island where the past still haunts. Our final stop takes us to the middle of the Pacific Ocean, to one of the most isolated islands on Earth, Easter Island, home of the Rapa Nui. Between the 13th and 15th centuries, the Rapa Nui built hundreds of colossal statues, known as moai, some over 10 meters tall and weighing up to 80 tons. These statues, carved from volcanic rock, were erected to honor ancestors and protect the island. But by the 17th century, the Rapa Nui civilization collapsed and the moai were abandoned. What happened to this people? The Rapa Nui were incredible navigators, capable of crossing thousands of kilometers of ocean to reach the island. They developed a complex society with rituals and a unique script called Rongorongo, which still hasn't been fully deciphered. But archaeological evidence shows the island suffered from deforestation. Trees were cut down to transport the moai and build canoes, leading to soil erosion and resource scarcity. Without wood, the Rapa Nui could no longer fish in the open sea, and famine spread. Additionally, internal conflicts may have worsened the situation. Archaeologists have found obsidian weapons and signs of violence, suggesting wars between clans. By the time Europeans arrived in 1722, the population had drastically declined. Some theorists suggest the collapse was a lesson about environmental limits, a warning for humanity. Others believe the moai hold spiritual secrets. Legends say the statues walked on their own, moved by a magical force called mana. Did the Rapa Nui know something we'll never understand? Today, the moai still stand, gazing at the horizon like silent sentinels. But what are they protecting, and why did the Rapa Nui vanish, leaving only their statues to tell their story? The moai of Easter Island leave us with a mystery that echoes through time. But our journey is far from over. From the Mayan temples swallowed by the jungle to the legendary Atlantis lost in the ocean. From the carved city of Petra, abandoned in the desert, to the silent moai of Easter Island, our journey through lost civilizations has taken us to a past filled with mysteries and lessons. These societies built incredible legacies, but they also show us how fragile human empires can be. Natural disasters, wars, or perhaps secrets we'll never understand. What led these civilizations to their end? So what did you think of these mysteries? Do you believe Atlantis really existed, or that the Moai hide a spiritual secret? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear what intrigued you the most. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. We've got plenty more secrets to unveil together.